Hello, beautiful people of the
Hello.
world. Welcome to the Happy Conversation Idea Show, where you can witness thoughts, ideas, and stories of happiest people. And today we have a very special guest, and her name is Sharai Rewels. But before I just get into her details, what amazing work she has done, and there is always people in the line of industry, especially in glamour industry, they think about that I should be doing modeling, acting or not, and they kill their dreams before they pursue their dreams. But here is a wonderful, greatest actress today we have. She's going to share her all the wonderful stories that is not going to only be inspiring and empowering. It's going to be very, very interesting for aspiring modern actor out there. So, Sharai Rewels is Vancouver-based actress and filmmaker, specialized in dark fantasy, science fiction, and horror scenes. Her acting career, mainly commercially based thus far, has been helpful for recent ventures and dynamic force focus as a director. Wow. She's a born leader and filled with the passion for storytelling and the magic for cinema. Fascinated with the performance from a young age and raptured by the pursuit of any script to screen adventurous, she continues to collaborate with create with vibrant tenacity. Please welcome Sharai Rewels.
Hello.
Hello, hello. How are you today, Sharai? Thanks for coming on the show. It's a pleasure and honor to have you today.
Fantastic. I'm honored to be here. I love
Yeah,
sharing my story and I love the pursuit of happiness. I think it's very important to seek joy in your life.
definitely, definitely, and
And
Mhm.
you
That's
go
why we
ahead
are here.
and
And
absolutely.
great. So please tell us about your childhood story, which turned out into a massive success, into being a wonderful and gorgeous Canadian actress. So please tell us about your childhood story till now.
Thank you. I'd love to. So I grew up in the East Kootenays of British Columbia in a tiny town, actually half an hour outside of a tiny town on a 10-acre hobby farm with crown land behind me. So I grew up in the woods. Um, and I'm a bit of a farm girl, but I
Great.
have a strange dichotomy to my upbringing because my parents were professional ballroom dancers.
Wow.
They were the darlings of dance. They were professional disco dancers. They met in high school at university at U of C, and fell in love. My mom was minoring in dance. They were both doing their said degrees, and they moved to New York with enough money to buy costumes. Went to Studio 54 and got a job on the cruise ships and traveled all
Wow.
over the world. And so when I was growing up, we had a basement full of costumes. My parents were performers. We had a dance studio in our house. A whole wall was mirror, and they were teaching classes from there. And they were also in commercials and doing some theater performance as well. So I became enamored with behind the scenes how familial it is when you get to be part of a creative collaboration, and also the magic of cinema, like how are movies made. Plus, I didn't have TV growing up. I didn't have. We grew up out of basically in the sticks, so we had two channels, CBC and Knowledge Network, that faded in and out. And we had movies. We had VHS movies, which I'd watch over and over and over, and I'd memorize the lines. And I was just astonished. It was so magical to me that you could watch something and it could give you an emotion. I'm like, how are they doing this? How do they make me scared? How do they make me sad? What is this? So I made it my life's work to figure it out.
Now that's an amazing story, very inspiring. So tell me, were the televisions and movie were an important part of your early life, and when did you begin acting?
The movies that inspired me when I was younger, as I mentioned, I watched over and over. So I got to see different details and try to understand, the actors and the motives and story and the structure, but also how they would set up shots. And um, I would say most of my upbringing, I wasn't very centric on watching the television. I played outside a lot. I did a lot of sports. I was in dance class and piano and creative and
Wow.
strong in school, skiing. I did a lot of other things, but I wanted to go into movies. I actually thought I was going into fashion design for many years, and I was being obsessed with movies. Actually, I was just telling this story to my friends last night, how when I was a kid, I wanted to be an archaeologist and I wanted to be an entomologist and I wanted to be a firefighter and a ballet dancer. And I thought, hey, why don't I be an actress? I could be all of those things.
Wow, why not?
Right?
It's true.
It is true.
Yeah.
So I got a job in an indie feature when I was very obscure indie feature. I don't even know where it is now. When I was 18, and I thought, this is it. This is what I want to do with my life. And
Wow.
I moved to Vancouver hoping to go to film school and be an actress. Couldn't afford film school. My roommate could, that I moved
Yeah.
out there with. And so I would audit all of his classes. I was basically a tag along. They're like, who is this girl who's not in our class? I went to all of the excursions, the open mics, this, that. I was like,
Wow.
he'd come home and I'd be like, okay, what did we learn today?
We'll do that. Tell us.
Yeah.
Great.
But actually, it's that was when I was 20, and my path changed quite drastically. I became a bit disillusioned. I realized that acting wasn't as easy as I thought to get into, and it wasn't just waiting for me. And the city, I wasn't as good at navigating the city as I thought I would be. And so my friend was moving to Whistler. I thought, I'll try Whistler for half a season. I ended up staying up there 13 years.
Wow, wonderful. Please tell us about how and when the best role come to you.
My best role. How would you define best? Is it the one that I enjoyed the most, or the one
Of
that?
course. I know that you have done tremendous amount of TV shows and movies and all, and I think the one role which you think that this is it, this is what I was longing for, this is what I was dreaming for, and maybe it can come on the first movie or first TV serial, or maybe it can come after several TV shows or a movie, then you can realize like, this is the story, this is the script that I was waiting. Like Kate Winslet was waiting for Titanic and longing that,
Yes.
right? So she said like, this is it. So which one was yours that you think this is it, the best role which I was wanted to do always?
So interestingly enough, the role that is my most passionate, most dreamed after, most sought after role is actually directing.
Wow.
Not acting. And when I direct, I get the same feeling as I got when I was acting, but I had to really search for it. It was like, it's almost like when you hit a sweet spot in a tennis racket, you know, that intrinsic, like pure exalting joy of just accomplishment. And it's almost an out of body experience, like in that you're just so in the creative moment.
Wow.
And directing, you get to do that almost the whole time, because if you know, like in baseball, when you're sitting on the bench and waiting for your turn to play, that's like acting, but directing, you get to play the whole time.
Excellent.
And
Wow.
it's thrilling. Yes. So my directing job, then the directing, it's always the one that I'm working on next is what I'm most excited about always.
Can you name someone, the one which you think that this was the one of the best direction you have done? So
The time I felt like the best director, my favorite project was my last one, which was called Ramshackle Blues, and I'm actually moving that into another proof of concept short this summer and a feature film, which was going to be this summer, but COVID has kind of delayed that a bit. So and also it's my emerging feature, so it will be it'll be good to let it have this creative process and longer journey so that we can get more traction and more attention. Ramshackle was the funnest because it was in a world, it's in this like honky tonk desert world with like rock and roll and, you know, fake blood, and like it's so fun. And after I did that, I'm like, that's how I wrote the feature, because I'm like, I need to live in that world more. I love it. It makes me feel like a better human. Like I feel like, yes, you know, and then I'm bringing that energy into the world. But the time I actually felt like the best director was when I was directing the best actors. So there was a short I did with David Lewis and Laura Adkin, and they're professionals. They're amazing, and they are such good actors. It made me feel, I think it was my second or third short film that I was directing, and they made me feel like the best director, because you give them a note and they would not only take it into account and ingest it, but they would bring something to the table that was even better than I could have possibly imagined.
Wow, wonderful. Well, thanks for sharing with that. Now, as I know, and everybody knows that you have won so many awards and all, what and congratulations on that. The list was so big.
Thank you.
If I would have to utter
Thank
and
you.
whisper your credentials, I think the entire show would be over. But
I like winning.
I like that
It's
winning too as
fun.
well.
It's
Yes, it is.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always good once in a while to lose to win in the last. That's what I say. It's always good.
One thing I'm working on right now,
Yeah.
I'm director of creative content for a startup app that's a gamified learning platform in a mentorship structure for Gen Z.
Okay.
And we're learning about mindset and
Wow.
how you celebrate your failures. Because when I was acting, people always say, how did you handle rejection? And I tell
So
them I
true.
didn't, because I disregard rejection. It's never rejection. It's failure is never failure. Failure is a chance to learn and grow. If you're coming into an audition, this is an opportunity, and this is from a coach that I had. It's an opportunity to show them how you work, and odds are against you. He goes, you stop thinking you're going to get the role. Just take it out of your brain and
And
focus on your work. And if you go in and do your best, maybe you're not right for this role, but then the casting is going to see how professional and amazing and practiced you are, and they will point you towards the thing that is better suited or best suited for you.
wow, wonderful. Now you have received so many awards and all. I know it's every award is very remarkable for you. Please tell us about what was the night when you received the award, the first award or the remarkable award.
Oh my gosh, which one? You like the?
Yeah, I know there are so many, dozens of
There's a
awards you
lot.
won. But then, what was the special award that you think this was my remarkable award, and what was that night, and how you felt about it?
I have a few memorable ones. Would you like a directing award or an actor award?
Anything. You can
Anything?
share both quickly.
I'll share two quick stories that really stand out to me. So,
Thank you.
I like I said, I was in Whistler for many years, 13 years, and I was working. I wasn't working as a professional actress for part of that time until I got scouted. I was working mainly each year with Heavy Hitting Horror Fest, which it used to be called B Grade Horror Fest. And it's always the night before Halloween, and it's horror-based shorts shot by locals, and it's this like rowdy, fun night, and everyone makes these funny, cheesy, scary films. And so just recently, actually, I think it was 2019, I was in two movies. One was called Dandelion Tea, and one was called Bad Dolly.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that I was up for winning Best Actress. I thought there's so many talented actresses, and I've actually won Best Actress, I think twice over the years, over the last 10 years in this festival. And I had flights booked to Oaxaca that were leaving at 6 a.m. So I was going to leave Whistler, and I was going to leave before the awards ceremony. I thought, I'm just going to duck out of here. And my friend said, no, please stay. We're giving a special Lifetime Achievement Award, and you have to stay. And they called my name as Best Actress, Happy. And I think there's a picture of me. My jaw dropped. Like I couldn't believe it. So
Oh,
I almost left before I got the award. And then I got to stand up, and then
wow.
I left directly afterwards. That one was really fun.
That's good.
Really fun.
Excellent. That's good.
And
The director part.
the director one, so we won Whistler Film Festival. There was a contest put on by Canon. Actually, this is related to the short film I directed with David Lewis and Laura Atkin.
Okay.
And we were the underdogs in the competition. It was a high five competition. It was supposed to be 5 minutes. It was supposed to be, there was various themes, and it was half based on votes and half based on judging. And our votes, we were third in the votes. And it's kind of icky to ask for votes. We kept kind of trying to hype up the contest and like vote for our film. And I thought, there's no way we're getting this. But the judges voted unanimously for
Wow.
our short film
Excellent.
because we shot it in an innovative way. So we built a helmet cam and had the Canon camera on top, and we'd whip pan, and the camera would shift focus character to character. Every time the characters touched, it would shift into the next character. And they thought it was so great and innovative. So they called my name, and I just burst into tears.
Wow.
Happy tears. Happy tears.
Happy tears. That's what we are here
Yeah.
for. Sure. Happy tears. This is how
Happy
it feels.
tears.
Unacceptable.
And
You were leaving, and
Exactly.
then all of a sudden, then you got it. That this is incredible.
I couldn't believe it. Like, we were the underdogs, and we came out on top. And yeah, it was really monumental. This camera has now come with me and shot various documentaries. I've rented it out to Tom Green when he was doing his his snow sport movie, and the camera has meant a lot to me. It's helped me learn cinematography, so that was a very amazing opportunity. Great
Oh,
win.
that's nice. Well, thanks for sharing this wonderful moment to us. And Anna,
You're
it means a
welcome.
lot to you, and it means a lot of people
Mhm.
who are inspiring about this. They can also feel it, that how it feels when you get an award, like, especially like this one. Now, you have worked with
Yeah.
a lot of actors and directors and all. Please share one of the incident. What was the fun and the happy part of working in horror types of movie or TV show?
Oh
Now,
my
horrors
gosh.
are always scary, but it's sometimes you feel fun and happy that working in a horror type show. Please, can you share some quick moment on that?
Oh, of course. Yeah, they're actually not scary. Like very rarely have I ever felt scared making a scary movie because there's so many laughs behind the scenes, and the fake blood is the one that gets me all the time.
Okay,
There's a
yeah,
lot of
yeah,
different ways to make fake blood, and my late friend Chili Tom actually had me on set. There was these Amazon women, and I had to fake cut a head off, and so they're shooting with the camera up, and then they had the
yeah.
blood pump shooting up also at me, and they shot it straight up my nose.
Oh
And
no!
so, yeah, and they'd made it out of I think it was like coffee and tomato juice, and it was just awful.
Oh my
And
God!
I remember driving home after, and I was still a little bit. I'm hoping I don't get pulled over by the cops because I look a mess. But I remember blowing my nose and blowing fake blood out of my nose for probably a day or
Oh,
two after that.
that's the fun part. That's the fun. So people who are trying to get into acting and modeling, especially in acting, and they want to be horrors,
Oh,
they
it's
want to
not
the
all
fun.
glamorous.
Not all
For sure.
glamour. Yes, for sure.
No,
Make sure you are not wearing one of the expensive suits out there, or dresses too.
no. Well,
Good.
in
It's
horror
not
movies, they often have multiple outfits. So
outfit.
that's
Yeah,
something you need to budget for if you're making a low budget film, or high
you have to
budget
plan
for, or
this. Yeah,
even multiple outfits, because you only get one blood scene. Usually,
true.
that'll ruin your blood outfit. And if you're shooting out of sequence, you need to go back
Yeah.
and use the same outfit. So
Great. Well,
yeah,
thanks for sharing on that. That's a fun moment.
you're
Yeah. Thank
welcome.
you. Yeah. So now, so please tell us about the happiest short story about you, or about you and your director or co-actor happen on the set, that it was
Oh,
unaccepted, because there are a lot of incident that one of the short story, like one of the short moment, that happiest moment with your director or co-actor on the scene, during the scene.
that's such a nice question. I like that a lot.
Thank you.
Um, Let me see. There's an interesting one from Ramshackle Blues.
Yeah,
I can't say it. The hat is that there's a lot of happy moments, but and this one, it sticks out in my mind because so in Ramshackle Blues we have this shock value scene that was really trying to push some boundaries, and it was very upsetting to some people, and it was specifically supposed to be upsetting because it's a horror movie, it's gore. And I was thinking as I was writing this scene, I'm just leading you up into it because I need to tell what it is, and I don't want to upset people. So if you're
yeah.
sensitive, cover your ears. But so in this scene, and we do it kind of in a jokey way. It's very fake, very 80s. But Mercedes Gendron, actually,
Oh, I know
phenomenal
Mercedes.
actress.
Yeah, she was on my
I
show.
know
Yeah,
you do. She's a
Mercedes was
wonderful actress.
amazing. She's a
I have
wonderful actress.
so many happy moments with her. She is just a wonderful joy to work with. If you get a chance, work with her, hire her. She is just
She's
she's a
amazing. She
light in the
a
world. But her character in the scene was pregnant, and the main evil character, Pearl, she shoots the pregnant woman.
yeah.
And she's evil, and it's very fake, and there's blood spraying, and this big death scene. And but the main character who's doing the shooting, so she's reading the script, and she's like, "Okay, Sharai, I have a bit of an issue with this." And I think, "Oh, I know. Is it it's the shooting of the pregnant woman?" She's like, "No, I can't smoke cigarettes because I'm pregnant."
Hilarious. Oh my God.
So
She
she's
got
actually in
spectacular.
her first trimester. She has Parker now, who's I think 2 years old, and he's just a little bean. But so I'm like, you're pregnant and you're not thinking that it's an issue
But she
of
wanted to
the.
smoke. Oh yeah, hilarious.
Oh my gosh! So before the scene, and this is the moment I was leading up to. Before we did the scene, which is like, I mean, behind the scenes, it's all very funny, and we set up the fake blood, and there's rigging in the fake belly, and it's all like
Yeah.
it's hilarious, when you're doing it. Um, but we did a little like good juju prayer. So I stood up on a table and I said, let's all put good vibes into the universe. We're not trying to create any bad karma here. This is not a real thing. Like we're taking care of Nora's actual pregnancy, and like we all put good intentions towards it before we did the blood scene.
Wow, lovely. This is a very, very
Mm.
incredible incident. Like, she said, "Oh, I'm no, nothing wrong." She wanted to scratch, and she's like, "I'm gonna smoke." I will talk to
Funny.
Mercedes and get sure. We'll bring this incident that Sharai on my show. She was talking
Oh
about you.
yeah.
She will be
Oh
amazing.
yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Great.
She's a good friend, dear friend
It
of mine.
is. She's amazing actress and friend of
Wonderful
mine too as
actress.
well. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'll have her in my next movie for sure too.
Lovely. Yeah. Maybe I can come be on a guest and I can be your cheerleader and audience.
Oh, can you please? Absolutely.
Yes.
Maybe I'll write you a role. I'll write you a
Oh,
role.
why not? Sure.
Yeah.
In past, I
Yeah.
was more an actor too back in Mumbai in India. So that's a different story. I'll tell you about
Perfect.
another day. Yeah. Okay.
Yes,
Now, this
please.
question is related to, I'm not sure about this scene which you have done, but being an actress, what courage does it take to play a nudity role in a movie? What is the good comfortable and the bad uncomfortable about the nudity role?
Well, most of my if I have done nudity, which I have in the past,
Okay.
it was more in the indie realm, and there wasn't a lot of protection. There wasn't a lot of thought. It's like mostly male filmmakers, and they were just like, okay, you're gonna get in this swamp. It's October. You're gonna come out naked, and we're gonna spray fake blood on you. And I was like, you guys, like, so as a director, I've learned moving forward, you make sure you talk to the actor or actress, and you clear the set is a really good one, really good rule to have. Make sure there's not too many people on set, and make the actor feel comfortable.
Yeah.
I think nudity, there can be gratuitous nudity, which I actually kind of like. I'm actually missing it. In the 80s, there was so much gratuitous nudity. I'm watching these
Yeah.
80s movies, there's just boobs, and it feels more European. I think the Western ideal has become a little bit stuffy or stuck up. I think human bodies are beautiful, and
Yeah.
they should be celebrated or artistic. And I think there's even a time in film or art when you can use them as like in an exploited kind of sense. Personally, I don't want to be exploited
Okay.
with nudity anymore. I realized early on that that's cinema, and once you put that out there, it's there for anyone to see, or family, friend, or foe.
Yeah.
And so personally, I would shy away from nudity, or make sure it was done in a very tasteful fashion from here on in.
Yeah.
I'll tell you a funny story. Actually, is this is why. I was sitting on a chairlift at Whistler, going up the ski hill, and they go, "Hey, you're Sharai." And I'm like, "Yeah, I am. Who are you?" And they're like, I saw your boobs in that movie." And I was like, "Oh,
Oh my God.
who are you?" We're in ski goggles, and I'm like, "Oh my goodness,
God.
this is embarrassing."
Well,
You know?
well, you would see so generous. You take it as a compliment being an actress because a part of your role, that's a correct.
Exactly.
That's fine. It's a good.
And yeah, you're putting yourself out there. So
Okay.
you just
Now,
have
when
to, I would say, as advice, understand if you're doing that, to own it and embrace it, and make sure that the filmmakers are being safe and respectful as much as possible. And
enjoy the
Yeah.
journey. Yeah. So when you
Yeah.
said in your conversation here that in the Western side that is kind of advanced too. Now, my another question is: have you thought about doing a Bollywood movie, Indian films? Have you heard about Bollywood movies?
I've heard about them. Yeah, I haven't. I would think about it. I haven't thought about it only because it hasn't been presented to me yet.
Okay.
That's interesting. I don't know much about Bollywood movies. I know that they're very prolific and very
Yeah.
enjoyed, and there's a big following. So
Yeah.
I wouldn't say no. I would be hesitant because in my documentary work, I've learned more and more about how different, or I guess, how do I put this? That I have lack of culture, and
Yeah.
there's strong cultures, and I feel like I still have this ignorance to people who have culture. So I'd be worried that I would misstep or misunderstand. So I would like to do some research and feel comfortable entering into something that is like a cultural celebration of somebody else that's different than my own upbringing.
Excellent. And
I'd like to. I would.
I'll be one of the source to get you there then. We can have a
Perfect.
chat over the coffee for that conversation again.
Of course, of course.
Coffee with
I'd love
happy.
that. That'd be an amazing experience.
Of
That'd be
course,
an
it
amazing
is.
experience.
Amazing. Yes,
Yeah.
definitely. There is over 3 billion people will definitely admire you and your role over there too. We'll talk more on that too. Great.
Absolutely.
So thanks. Next question is what is the happiest part of being an actress? Now you're happy behind the scene and on the scene, and sometimes yes and no and all. But when you are off the scene and all, what is the happiest part of being an actress?
Oh, like in the business sense, you mean?
Business or personal sense, like when you know that you're on the street or another gathering and all, and you're not playing a role, but then your title is an actress. So what's the happiest part of that? How do you feel
Oh,
more happiest in that way? Because that
absolutely.
you owned it, because you worked so hard, you studied and you acted and rehearsal after hundreds and thousands of time of rehearsals. So you own that part, right?
Oh, yes, absolutely. And I think some of the happiest parts of being an actress outside of being on set or outside of having a great role or chance to play is the connectivity in the industry, because I love film festivals. I love film festivals, and they're a very unique tool of networking in our industry. And unfortunately, COVID again has just really taken that away from us. I had a coffee walk with a friend the other day who's high up in the industry, and I just said, man, I miss my colleagues.
I
These
know.
aren't my these are my coworkers and my people that I look up to, that inspire me. And they're not necessarily people that I would just phone as a friend to hang out, especially when we, are in each other's bubble. We don't have limited resources and limited energy to put towards these things. But the networking and the community, to be in a room full of creatives and to walk up to anybody and say, hey, what are you working on? Or you tell what you're working on. I remember one time I said, I went to a film party and I'd been doing all these short films, and I never thought it was very much compared to like features and this and that. I'm at the party with all these amazing people, and I go, "Oh, I'm working on this short film. I got this," and this person goes, "Wow, congratulations! That's amazing!" And I'm like, "Yeah, I guess it is amazing. I mean, it's just a short film, but it puts things
Yep.
in perspective. And everyone has all these unique stories and passions and connections, and whether they're just a lover of film or everyone's in various stages of development in their career, but
Yeah.
the community and the inspiration. Film is collaborative. It's very difficult to make a film start to finish just on your own. You need to work with people. So it's the people that I find my happiness in.
Wow, this is very impressive and very touching. Yeah. Now, well, thanks so much. Now let's do the second round, which I call "Make the World Happy" round. So you're
Oh yeah,
short
I'm
and
excited
sweet.
about this.
It's kind of rapid fire, kind of short and sweet answer will be appreciated. Now, first question is, who inspired you to become the successful woman you are today?
My mother.
Oh, so nice.
Oh, I'm gonna start crying because she believed in me and
I'm
told me I
sure,
could do anything I wanted to do.
I hope she's watching and she will be most happiest woman now.
Aw, she
Ah,
will.
good.
She will. She's
Hello from
amazing.
my side too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Okay.
Yeah.
Who managed your career when you were young?
Oh gosh, I wish somebody managed my career when I was young.
Because
No,
being an actress, it's a
I
full-time
managed my
duty.
career.
You manage it. So high
It
five for that.
is.
I've been in this industry, so I know how
It
it feels. Bravo,
It
bravo.
is.
So
I managed my career until I was signed with Play Management,
excellent.
and they represented me for quite a few years.
Yeah.
And then I had a coach who, so if I could give one bit of advice to anybody at any point in their career forever, is find your mentor, find your coach. It's so
Excellent.
important. It's so
Excellent.
important.
That's
Yeah.
fine. My clients and my student finds me for personal development and business
Oh,
development.
yes, of
Yeah.
course. Of course. Of course. Yeah.
And,
So
and
please, everyone, go get
yeah,
happy.
in past, I used to have agencies in India, and I have over 9,000 model registered in that, and I coach and train them from beauty
Wow.
pageant to commercial ads and so on. I did that.
Yeah.
I understand that.
Amazing.
Great. So next, if you have to direct an act, if you have to direct an act in a
Yeah.
funny movie, what will be the name of that movie?
If I was directing and acting in it,
Yeah, or maybe
or
you're just
directing or acting,
directing. It doesn't matter. Even you are
directing.
just acting or acting or directing or acting both. Doesn't matter.
Oh, I'm naming the movie. The one that first came to mind would be Sharai Pie. So I would be just, throwing
Woohoo!
pies in people's
Should have
faces.
Woohoo! Should have
That's one. I'm sure I could think of something better. I'm a
I know.
writer, but that's the first thing that came to my
And then next time, then you'll tell your friends, "Hey, did you watch the Sharai Pie?"
The
No,
Sharai Pie.
go and watch soon.
So there's a music video that I'm in called "No Pie for You," and I get to smash a pie in somebody's face. That's
Yeah.
what I thought of it. That's the funniest thing that I did, and I thought she was gonna beat me up. I did it, and she goes like that, and I was like,
Sharai Pie. Woo!
Sharai Pie.
Yes. Excellent. Okay, who is your favorite movie actor and actress?
Ooh, I've got a few of them.
Yeah. I hope you're not going to disappoint in many, but who are your top list?
Top of the list. Let's see. I love Meryl Streep and Jennifer Lawrence. I think they're very talented.
Indeed.
And male actor, I love Edward Norton.
Okay.
And Ben Kingsley.
Oh wow, this is a very profound, very intelligent choice. Well, that's good. And so you're not disappointing the other one because you know there is a big list there. So maybe some other day you can put it on your social media and say, "Sorry, I didn't want it to be mean, but I want."
No. But you should study. I mean, as an actress, you should study, and this is one of the things I worked on with my coach. Like study the people that you like and see where they came from and how they got there, and all the space in between. Yeah, I do the same with directors.
That's good. All right, now next, which part of your body can make the funniest sound?
Oh, my mouth.
Okay. Can you do something?
Oh my goodness. So if I was a sound effect, I figure I would be maybe because my disco parents' roots, but I'd be that disco laser.
Yeah. Thanks for sharing that. Wow. That's hilarious. That's love it.
Yeah.
Okay. Woo.
My best friend can clap with her feet, but I can't do that. So I mean, that would be making sound with a body part that's pretty funny. But
cool.
I'll leave that up to her. Yeah, exactly.
Good. Okay. Next, what profession would you like to attempt other than acting and filmmaking?
Ooh. I mentioned it earlier. As a kid, I really was fascinated by entomology. I love bugs for some reason. I don't like bugs on me, but I mean, bugs.
Okay.
All fascinating.
Right. Okay. Next, now imagine if you and God agreed to meet for a minute. What question would you like to ask God? Or what will you do?
What question would I like to ask God? Wow. I would like to ask why we aren't allowed more time or allowed more as humans to see more about how we're connected to nature and to each other, because I feel like we only get such a short time on this planet. I'm trying to figure out how to change the world for the better. And one of the problems is that our lifespans are so short. By the time we get old enough to start figuring things out, we are losing the energy to change them. And then also we don't, as humans, we can't even conceptualize a lot of the mathematic things that are happening around us, like the different waveforms and this and that. So we take into account that our perception of reality is what it is, but it's actually so much more. So I would wonder why we are not allowed more, or how we could find out more.
Okay, so maybe God is listening, and definitely maybe in your dreams or maybe some other, He will answer you for that. Yeah. Thanks.
That would
Amen
be
for that.
wonderful.
Yeah. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Next. Now imagine during the Oscar Awards, if you were getting an award, and in your thanks speech
You
you
mean
forgot.
when
No, sorry, your voice. Okay, let me say it again.
when I'm at the Oscars?
Very soon. Very soon. Okay, imagine during the Oscar Awards, if you are getting an award in your thanks speech, you forgot your supporting actor name. What will you
Oh,
do?
oh my gosh. I would that would be awful. I think I would point and nod and be like, you know who you are.
That's smart. That's smart. Maybe he or she is in the front row, so like, I'm talking about you. He pointing out finger.
They whose name I don't even need to say, you know how much I am appreciative of you.
Oh my God. See, that's the smartest actress. That's why I wanted to know your smartest skills behind that. See, here you are. Amen to that. You will see, you will be definitely getting an Oscar. Okay. Okay. What is your favorite song?
My favorite song. So I have a bunch all over the place. I really do. I love Congo by Linda Ronstadt.
Okay.
And All Night Long by Lionel Richie. I think that's I've told all my friends if they outlive me
that
I actually want this song at my funeral.
Yeah.
And they're all like, no, it's such a happy song. And I'm like, that's where I want it. I want you to party all night long, you know. And have some fun. Throw away the work to be done.
Lovely.
The music player. It's so good.
I like it. I like it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you always seems like very happy. I love that part too. Now, what turns you on?
Like in life or
Say it again. Sorry. What is that?
in life or in bed?
Oh, okay.
In life. Like a light switch? Or
Okay.
No. I can actually speak to that. So intellect, intelligence,
good,
intelligence, creativity.
Okay. What turns
Which
you on?
Albert Einstein. Oh, let me say one more thing. Sorry. I know they're quick. Albert Einstein says creativity is the intellect having fun.
Uh-huh. I love it. Now, what turns you off?
Poor hygiene.
Sorry?
Poor hygiene.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Your voice was cracking, so I didn't see that. Okay.
Bad breath.
Okay. Great. What is your favorite movie? Which one is your favorite?
Oh, I have so many, but I'd say one of the top ones is Wild at Heart by David Lynch. It's so weird and wonderful.
Okay.
Amelie is another really, really amazing one. Yeah.
Okay, that's great. Now, you were talking about earlier about the Bollywood movie. Do you know who is your favorite actor or actress from Bollywood?
Oh, I wish I knew more. No, I don't know much about Bollywood at all. I'd like to know. If you can tell me your favorite movie,
Mr. Shah Rukh Khan.
I'd like to watch it.
Mr. Shah Rukh Khan, you know him, right? He's he's the best and most famous and generous and talented actor ever. So
amazing. Yeah, please tell me. I'd love to watch it.
So here's the message for you. Maybe this message can go to him probably. Now, you have to say something in Hindi. It's a short line. Okay.
Oh,
okay. So let's try. You're an actress. You can do that. You can do regional movies. Okay. मैं Mr. Shah Rukh Khan say मैं
Mr. Shah Rukh Khan मैं Mr. Shah Rukh Khan
के साथ फिल्म में काम करना चाहती हूँ Yay! High five. What does it mean?
I just didn't ask him to marry me, did I?
No, not yet. I mean, he's already married.
Oh, good, because my boyfriend would be
He's
upset.
I know, no. I will never make you fool around. He is a wonderful. He's married to a wonderful, gorgeous
Oh,
lady, Miss Gore,
amazing.
and he's very dedicated. And
Sorry.
he's worldwide known for his own honesty and loyalty towards his wife. Yeah, definitely.
Wonderful. Oh,
Yeah,
I
and
celebrate that.
yeah, great. And let me tell you what does it mean. So what I said is to you is I want to act in a movie with Mr. Shah Rukh Khan.
Oh, wonderful.
So
Yeah.
one day, maybe, what never know, we will be beside him.
Everything starts with intention.
It's so good. Okay,
Yes.
next. What
Mm.
kind of sound or voice you love to listen?
Ooh. What kind of sound or voice do I love to listen to? Actually, I listen to theta waves a lot
Okay.
when I'm
Yeah.
writing. They're a certain megahertz that is
Yeah.
supposed to like align with your brain waves and allows you to focus. I
Yeah.
love those. Whoa.
I like that.
Mm,
Sometimes while sleeping,
so
I do that too.
nice.
They're amazing.
Oh yeah, really
Good.
nice.
Thanks.
Mm.
Next. If you would be born again, I hope you will definitely. If you would be born again, what profession would you like to choose?
If I would be born again, if I'd be born again, I would hope I would be ascending.
Okay.
So I feel like I'm aligning with my purpose to bring more love into the world
Okay.
right now. So I would like to be in like high level of leadership, or like I guess affluent isn't the right word, but yeah, if I could be like a priest or a like not I don't know about it in
Maybe
any certain religion, someone that's helping the world a lot. Like I would like to
I,
ascend and be in a position where I could affect a lot of people in the world in a positive way.
I can say a name, but I don't want to compare that you will be exactly like that. Maybe on her relative similar line of field, Mother Teresa.
I would love that. If I can meet that level of ascension in my life this time,
Yeah.
I will
Yeah.
that would
No,
be a great feat.
I know. Well,
I'm still learning. I've still
I
got a lot of
know, I
lessons to
know.
go through.
Well, nobody can take her place, but then every woman
No.
has that potential to do the kind of act she has done for the world. And I believe that every woman is trying to do the best what they're doing till today. So I really appreciate and salute all the women out there and men too as well.
Have you seen the movie Gandhi with Ben Kingsley
Yeah,
in it?
yeah, yeah. You should. Yeah, that's a wonderful movie.
Phenomenal. And it's kind. I mean, it's slightly inappropriate that he's playing a person of race different than his own, but he did such an amazing job. That's one of the reasons why he's one of my favorite actors,
Yeah.
and it's a phenomenal story.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thanks for answering that. That's very profound and
Welcome.
permanent. Yeah. Next. Now, Sharai, imagine if God makes you a man for a day, what will you do more of and what will you do less of?
Hmm. What would I do more of as a man for a day? I'd probably like eat junk food. I don't need
So, do you think men always
I
eat
eat
junk food?
I do like burgers and go to like a like a barbecue place or something. I can give me a sports game or like
Okay. All right. Spody. Okay. What will you
and
do less of?
less of. I would make sure that I was being extremely respectful to women. I would compliment them in a very respectful, amazing way. I would bring some flowers and surprise somebody and make sure that uh, I was being like a proper representation of how I would like men to be to women.
Oh, wow. That's very profound. Thanks for sharing that. So, next one, quickly. What do you do when you are happy?
Oh, dance.
I love it.
Dance when I'm happy. I love dancing. Dancing
Dancing.
makes me happy, and I'm happy when
Oh,
I'm
nice.
happy I dance.
Cool.
Yeah.
Dancing people cannot be unhappy. That's for sure. I love
No.
dancing too. Yeah. It's on my mirror
Yeah.
in the morning. I dance for 5 minutes each morning.
Oh, good for you. I'm trying to make it a point to dance more. I miss
Every day.
dancing in crowds and dancing with other people, but I'm trying to make a point of dancing more and more and more day to day in my life.
Excellent. Excellent. Okay. So, what do you do when you're unhappy?
When I'm unhappy, I put on music.
Okay.
When I'm unhappy, I try to get happy. So I don't like. I think there's there's a purity to emotion, and there's
Yeah.
a time when you need to feel your emotion and
Yeah.
let go of it. So when I want to let go of that emotion, I have 5 things that help me get happy. And it's music. That's usually the first easiest one to do. Music,
Okay.
nature,
Nature,
movement, which
movements,
is dancing to, friends and family,
friends and family.
and art. So either appreciating art, watching art, or making art. And
Wow.
if you do one or any of these in any combination, in any order, by the time I've done 5, I am happy.
Wow. This is very, very inspiring. Thanks so much, Shreya, for sharing this. Wow. Wonderful. Now imagine if you would be the host of this show and I would be the guest of the show. What question will you ask me?
I would like to ask you if there is a certain type of food that you eat that makes you happy, and if you notice any direct relation to which foods affect your mood.
I love that. And this is a very beautiful question you have asked me. I like a lot of salads, green, and I
Mhm.
do not add any dressing on my salad. I like to chew
Mm.
my each leaf like mixed spring, spinach, arugula, and
Mm.
broccoli, beans, asparagus. Just
Yum.
all the year. I do not like to add anything, just maybe a little bit salt, steam and
Hmm.
all. So that is one of my favorite food, which I would love to eat, but with no dressing. So I like to feel it the real juice of that leaves and do not insult the taste of that insult the taste of the actual mother nature's leaf by putting so much of mayonnaise and
Ah,
dressing and all that thing. It's not a fun, so that makes me more happy. And I love a lot of
wow.
grilled fruits. Yeah, thanks so much for asking.
Mm.
Yeah. Now
Good.
next, uh, what is your favorite word or your quote?
My favorite word.
Yeah, or a quote.
So I have a word per year
Okay.
that I choose, or
Okay.
it's
What?
it's
Yeah.
whenever I feel I need a new word. It's kind of a mantra.
So what's the word for this year, 2021?
The word for I'm just changing it actually. I'm in a transition. So it was refinement.
Okay.
Last year was humility.
Okay.
This year is refinement,
Yeah.
and actually, and I'm trying it on. I was thinking about courage, but that one wasn't quite ringing true. And I really like the word ascension.
I love
I
it.
want this year to be about ascending.
Lovely. Lovely. And my word for this year is flourishing.
Ooh, good one.
Woohoo.
Hmm. I
Great.
like it.
Thank you. This is the last question for you today for the show now. What is your message to the beautiful people of the world?
My message to the people of the world is seek joy. There's always things that are going to happen in life that are going to be perceived as negative. They're always coming. You can't think when you're in joy, oh, I'm here, I've reached it, I'm going to continue on this, I'm going to be happy forever. So while you're in joy, find the things that make you happy, which are like my 5 things. Find those anchors, find your support system and celebrate them. Celebrate the happiness of your friends. Find the joy in yourself. Enjoy your salad, because around the corner there are going to be things that will bring you emotions that are perceived as negative, but in actuality, all is all. There's no negative and positive. There's always good things come out of bad things. And when you're in the bad, find the thing that will bring you back to the joy.
Oh, that's a wonderful message. That's very touching, inspiring, and empowering. Shreya, thanks so much for coming on the show and sharing your wise wisdom, your thoughts, ideas, and stories. It was very, very inspiring and very fun to know
Yeah.
behind the scenes and on the scene and off the scenes also. This is incredible to share that in an actress being such a successful at this moment, and you're sharing your life story with us. Thanks so much. And keep watching. And thanks to the wonderful audience for keep watching the Happy Conversation Idea Show, where you can witness the thoughts, ideas, and stories of the happiest people like Sharai Rewels and many more. Until till next Monday, we will get back to you, and keep watching. Stay healthy and happy wherever you are, and be excellent to each other because it's possible always. Take care. Thanks so much.